When did you know, or when did you start taking into consideration retiring from the NBA? Like, at what point?
It's funny.
You played for a long time,
14 seasons, but I don't even think I've officially even retired. Like, I don't even say that.
But at what point was you thinking, like, did you ever consider, like, you know what, I might want to do something else?
But you know what though? Like, only thing that probably had me, and I'm gonna keep it like honest and vivid. I think the only thing that probably had me thinking that was because I wasn't really like ready to give up street like.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't be living like you a street nigga and when your summers and playing the NBA. Feel me?
But you never got caught up.
It's hard to do drugs and
you never visibly got caught up in anything like that while you were playing basketball though.
No, I never got caught.
You played with a lot of players, man. Like, not just competitively against, but with. I know you talk about the competitiveness of Kobe. Is there anything that you took from other players, like whether or not they got up at a certain time or anything like that? Is it anything in particular that you've seen from other people or other great players that you felt like you needed to adopt in order to be more competitive inside of the NBA?
Well, maybe Dirk.
Okay. He don't really get mentioned.
You know what I'm saying?
He don't really get. I mean, we know that Dirk is a great, right? I mean, he's the one that he's the prototype European player, right? That came over here, but he don't really get mentioned. Why you say Dirk?
Because when you talk about like people that I learn from, if they practice habits, he has incredible practice habits. Like, he can sit there and like go over the fade away one leg 10 times in a row, 20 times in a row, and then switch the leg, then up fake, and just shot making, just going over and over and over. So it's never uncomfortable. Sort of like Kobe.
Y'all, a lot of NBA players, it seemed like some of the great ones have something specifically unique about them. You were a lefty. Do you think that they gave you an advantage in a league?
Yeah, because most people are right-handed.
Yeah.
Or any lefty. If you're a lefty point guard, if you're a lefty shooting guard, ask James Harden, right? Lefty small forward, you'd be like, damn, I'm in the lane again?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Who were your greats? Like
Magic Johnson.
Now, I'm an Isaiah Thomas fan.
Isaiah Thomas?
Yeah.
Well, I can see why. You went from Detroit.
Yeah. But, like, okay, so, like, for example, my greats, I think that a lot of fans today, and the game has evolved so much, a lot of fans today are highlight watchers, in my opinion. Like, I'm a fan, so it's a little bit different for me.
Yeah, but knowing the game and understanding the game and being a fan is probably different.
Why
because you got a lot of fans, they don't know the game. They want a dunk or a three.
True, but then, like, for example, one of my favorite players of all time is Tim Duncan, right?
So there you go. That's not, you ain't getting no highlights. That's basic basketball.
Right, and so when I had these arguments back and forth with people, and I'm like, yo, for me, Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time or something like that, they look at me like I'm crazy.
But they probably would say Garnett.
Right.
Yeah, because he dunked more.
But Tim Duncan was the greatest.
But Tim Duncan, Garnett, and you could see the highlights. Tim Duncan is the only one that I ever see really just calm Kevin Garnett down.
Yeah.
And to me, individually, because I ain't never really had to guard Tim Duncan. You feel what I'm saying? But to me, Kevin Garnett is
yeah. It's a completely different NBA now. Like, even when I look at the score, see, I'm a 04 Pistons fan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Rasheed Wallace.
But that was gritty basketball.
The game, you could get a 75 game, and that'd be the end of the conversation.
When we won the finals, it was 83-79.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. So when you see the way that the game has evolved, do you think it's as a result of
But that's the rule changing.
Right. I don't see as many. I mean,
And when I played, you was able to
Put your hands on.
on
Yeah.
the wing, you could do this. If you do that now, that's a foul. So just thinking that if I can't really, like say, like if I got a skilled player like Paul George,
Yeah.
I got him sized up. He go to drive. My natural reaction is gonna be to like brace his drive.
Yeah.
So if I can't, that's probably for a player like him.
Yeah.
That's probably 6 more points.
I believe that you were the when I look at your game and the way that you play it, right? Do you still play at all? Like, do you ever shoot around or
Nah,
anything
you know,
like that?
I'm gonna keep real with you. Not really, because I do. I shoot around. I love shooting, but I don't really play as much because I got like a little like frustrated.
Why you say that?
Because when I came out of the accident,
Uh-huh.
I remember the first time I went to go dribble the basketball. It was like I had to like think about it. It just wasn't like, you feel, and that shit was like frustrating because like basketball to me, that was like always like my fallback.
Yeah.
I know if I'm by myself, I don't got nothing to do, I could just go work myself out.
Right.
And I couldn't do it at the same level that.
So you just
My
like
coordination-
almost practically let it go?
No, I ain't say I let it go. I still love it. I probably watch it more than ever, more than I
No, I'm
was
talking
playing
about
now.
playing it.
Yeah, because it's frustrating to me that I can't. Even if I was just playing 21,
Yeah.
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't do it like with the fluidity. I'll probably have to work out for a week or 2 weeks just to like play a good game of pickup.
What's we hear these terms in the NBA, right? Like basketball shape. What is the difference? Because a guy can be in shape or he can be fit or whatever like that. But what's the difference between?
Well, basketball shit, when you start running, that's different,
Yeah.
right? But then when you run and do a move with the basketball, it's different. Then when you run and do a move with the basketball, you get bumped.
Ah. Okay. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you can do all that, then if you can do all that at in good pace and keep it up, then that's when you're in basketball shape.
When did you know, or when did you start taking into consideration retiring from the NBA? Like, at what point?
It's
You
funny. I
played
don't
for a long time.
14 seasons, but I don't even think I've officially even retired. Like I don't even say that.
But at what point was you thinking, like, did you ever consider, like, you know what, I might want to do something else?
But you know what though? Like only thing that probably had me, and I'm gonna keep it like honest and vivid. I think the only thing that probably had me thinking that was because I wasn't really like ready to give up street like.
What do you mean?
Like you can't be living like you a street nigga, and when your summers and playing the NBA. Feel me?
But you never
It's
got caught up.
It's hard to do drugs and play
You
the
never
NBA.
visibly got caught up in anything like that while you were playing basketball, though.
I never got caught.